Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Umar bin Roslan and my metric number is 297248. I am from Group 10. Will presenting our assignment, which is about software testing that tests the student management system. This time, we will show you the software testing of the system that we get from GitHub named Student Management System. And we use automated testing by using Cypress. Okay, what is automated testing? Automated testing is a software testing method that uses tools and scripts to automatically execute test cases and verify system functionality. It reduces manual effort, minimizes human error, and ensures consistent testing results. And in the student management system, which is SMS, automated testing is used to validate critical functions such as adding students, programs, and subjects. It ensures that data is correctly processed, stored, and displayed according to the system requirements. And lastly, automated testing improves system reliability and support efficient maintenance as the system grows. Okay, let's start with add student. For add student, we have to test five set of name, and the first set is we have to test Muhammad Amir. Okay, let's look at the first coding. First, Cypress will visit the localhost student management system, login PHP, and it will type admin for username and password and click on login button. And then Cypress will visit localhost student management system at student.php, and it will fill the form with all valid data and test if it's return the expected result or not, and then it will fill the invalid data to do the same task, and I will show you the result. Okay, let's start the Cypress test for add student. We can click for any add student. Okay, then it will be like I said before, it will automated test the system. And it also will be the same as well as the other add student. And that's all for add student. Thank you. Okay, let's start the Cypress test for add student. We can click for any add student. Okay, then it will be like I said before, it will automated test the system. And it also will be the same as well as the other add student. And that's all for add student. Thank you. Okay, let's start the Cypress test for add student. We can click for any add student. Okay, then it will be like I said before, it will automated test the system. And it also will be the same as well as the other add student. And that's all for add student. Thank you. Okay, let's start the Cypress test for add student. We can click for any add student. Okay, then it will be like I said before, it will automated test the system. And it also will be the same as well as the other ad student. Okay, for the results, we can see all ad students test is pass and there is no failed test or skip test.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hadif bin Nasaruddin. My method number is 297386. So now we will continue on the section demonstrate automated testing using Cypress for the Add Subject module in the student management system. So the purpose of this test is to verify input validation for subject name and subject code using both valid and invalid data. So the test suite is to define using describe, which represents subject set one test. Each test case follow the same structure to ensure consistency and repeatability. So we can see that the code has described subject set one test. So we have five test case. So we have the before each function automates repeated step before every test case. This includes logging in as an admin user, navigating to the subject list page, and opening the add subject form. So we can see the code before each. She will visit login PHP. So we will log in the page first and then we'll visit the link for the add subject. So this remove manual repetition and ensure every starts from the same system state. So and then we can see that there is a valid subject name. This test case verifies that the system accept a valid subject name with the correct format. So like the physics tree and the code is auto 001 and then click the button using the CY contents. So the outcome will be pass because we enter the valid format. So for the invalid subject name test, this test checks whether the system correctly rejects an invalid subject name that contains special character. So we can see in the code, so invalid subject name, the physics contain the underscore, and then the code is okay. Just the physics test is wrong. So where it should, the expected result is credentially cannot be entered. So but the actual result system accept the input. So the outcome is fail. So when the outcome is fail, the system must indicate a validation weakness and in the subject name field. Okay, so for the valid subject code test, this test ensure the system accept a valid subject code that follows the required alphanumeric format. So we can see the input auto subject and STIK is following the format. For the expected result, it should be pass. Okay, so next, we look at the invalid subject code test. The code is also same, but the data is different. So the invalid is it have underscore STIK underscore 3013. So it should be wrong because you're not following the format. So the expected result credential cannot be entered, but the actual result credential can be entered. So the outcome is fail. So this show missing validation rule for subject code format. So in conclusion, automated testing using Cypress help identify validation issues efficiently for this at subject part. So while valid inputs are handled correctly, several invalid inputs are still accepted by the system, indicating areas that require improvement in input validation. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
for the next module, we got add batch automated testing. So let's proceed. So first, it said that describe batch set one test. It was the title of our testing, and so proceed to our testing. Before the going inside our test part, we will test the navigates to the login page of the student management system, which is hosted locally at our login PHP, and it will ask our real user to access the application by typing the password and username, which is the test will write the admin as username and admin as password. After entering the credential, the test click the login button, and verify successful authentication by checking the URL now includes the index PHP. It will redirect our test to the main dashboard, and after that we will proceed going through the batch list page and clicks the add batch button, which opens a form or model where a new batch can be created. So for the test case 1, which is valid input, uh, the test fill out the batch creation form with valid data. It enter cohort 9 as the batch name, set both the start and end time to 8:30, and selects day 1 by checking the checkbox with the value 1. This likely represent Monday in a weekday selection system. After completing the form, the test clicks the save button to submit the data. This test is crucial because it verifies the core functionality works correctly under normal circumstances. If this test fails, it indicates a fundamental problem which the batch creation failure. And for the next test case number 2, which is invalid batch name, the second test case for automated testing is explore how the system handle the invalid batch name. In this scenario, the batch name cohort alias 9 contains a special character which may not be permitted according to the system validation rule. This test is important because it checks whether the application properly validates user input and prevent the creation of batches with names that don't conform to expected format. So for the test case 3, invalid start time, for this testing, it's using uh, 8:30 a.m., which use periods instead of colons and includes the AM designation. Time format validation is crucial in scheduling system. Inconsistent time format can lead to misinterpretation. So this testing uh, this testing will make the scheduling conflict or data corruption. And for the next test case or last test case, which is invalid in time, uh, the system testing is to handle an invalid and time format. It's similar to the previous test, which is test 3. It's into 6:30 p.m. for the end time, using an unconventional format with periods and PM designation. This test this test complement the invalid time test, ensuring that variation applies consistently to both time field together. This test help verify that the system maintain data integrity for all time related input. So that is our at batch automated testing.
Now I will explain about the Cypress script. First, we need to declare, which is the describe block define the test suite. Here TU18 refer to the test case ID and should focus specifically on validating the program name. The before each function run before every test case. First, the system login using custom Cypress command called cy.loginui. Then it navigates to the program list page. After that, it clicks the plus add program button to open the form. Finally, it will wait until the program name input field is visible to make sure the page is fully loaded before testing. Here are the valid input, which is science stream, art stream, commerce stream, mathematics stream, and language stream. This array contains valid program name that follow the rules, which is letters only, spaces are allowed, and no number or special character. For each loop is used to avoid repetitive code. Each program name is tested in a separated test case labeled as TU18P, which is positive. So here the test will clear the input field, type the program name, and verify the input field correctly, accept the value. If the value match, it means the program name is valid and accepted. For negative test cases, which is invalid input, these input are invalid because they contain numbers, underscores, and special character, which is to, underscore, at. These tests are labeled as TU18N, which is negative. Each invalid input is tested individually. Here, the system still allows typing, but this does not mean it is valid. Validation is checked using regular expression. This regular expression allows only letters and space. If the input contain number or symbols, the expected validation fails. This confirms the program name violates the validation rule. cy.logging help during debugging and make the test result easier to understand in Cypress report. That's all.
Alright, so welcome back. So now we are look to suggestion for improvement for this software testing using Cypress. So the first is enhance input validation. So we must enforce alphabets only for names and program into the system. Then numeric only for mobile numbers, roll numbers, and payments. And then third, the proper formats for dates, emails, and batch timings. Then number four, mandatory field enforcement, such as the prevent blank submission for critical fields like student info, program, and subject based on the system management that we attached just now. So and then the system also must put the clear error message. Like the system must display informative message like a pop out, something like pop out when invalid input is entered to alert the user that the input is not valid. Okay, so and then last one is expand the automated testing. So we must include the regression, usability, and user acceptance tests to ensure long-term reliability for the system. Okay.
Let's talk about a comparison between manual and automated testings. Testers carry out manual testing by having direct contact with the user interface of the system. Meanwhile, for automated testing, we use tools like Cypress to do automated testing with test scripts had been written to run test case automatically. Okay, what is the pros and cons for both testing? For manual testing, it has advantage that is simple to perform for small changes and flexible for exploratory testing, but it is a bit time consuming for repetitive tasks and have a high chance of human error. For automated testing, it is very fast execution of large test sets and it is very consistent and repeatable results. But the cons is it requires coding skills to create and maintain scripts, and to initial the setup it might takes a longer time than the manual testing. Okay, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.